Hello dear students, my name is Devashish Padi, M.Tech Computer Science and Engineering, Department of BCA from Chikati Mahavidyalaya. Today we will discuss one small topic, or you can say that the difference between type def and hash define. Okay, so before going to the difference between type def and hash define, first we will discuss what is generally type def, what is it hash define. Then we will compare the difference between type def and hash define. Okay, this topic is totally belonging to your C programming. Okay, in C programming different types of keywords are present. Keywords means the reserved words. Okay, keywords means the reserved word that have some special meaning, like your int, char, float, double, like that. Whenever I am using in my program some integer number, then I am using the keyword as int. If I am using some character value in my programming, when I am using some character value in my program, then I can use the keyword as char, C-H-A-R. If I want to use some decimal number, some floating point number in my program, then definitely I'm using float or double data type. So these are known as my keywords, generally used for some special meaning, some special purpose. Or you can say that keywords are the reserved words for doing specific task of a program. We have already know that in C programming 32 keywords are generally present. Out of these 32 keywords, there is a keyword present in your C programming that is nothing but your type def. So first we will see what is generally type def. Okay, so let us start today's class. That is nothing but my type def. Okay, type def, you can say that this is nothing but my type definition. Okay, you can say that type definition. Give a new type. From the name you can imagine type def means to give a new type for the existing type. To give a new type for the existing type. So what is that? Let us see. The C programming language provides a keyword called type def, what I have already told you, which you can use to give a type a new name. Or in simple term, you can say that type def is nothing but the alias of your existing type. Or you can say that type def is nothing but the alternative name. Type def is the alternative name of the existing type that you are using in your programming. Okay, in simpler term, you can say that it is just the duplicate. By using the type def keyword, we are creating the duplicate. Again I am telling, by using the typedef keyword, we are creating a duplicate of the existing type. Okay, so let us start the syntax of your typedef. Typedef unsigned char byte. Let us carefully understand what is the meaning of this line. See, typedef is a keyword. We have already discussed that. Typedef is a keyword. By the help of typedef, we are creating the duplicates. Okay, by the help of typedef, we are creating the duplicate. So how I can create? See, unsigned char. This is the existing data type. Char is generally used for storing a character value. Okay, 1 byte character value. And what is unsigned? Unsigned means it will take all the positive values. The unsigned char means all the positive values. So what I can do here, I can use the typedef keyword and I can create a duplicate of unsigned char. What is the duplicate of unsigned char? See, here I am writing byte. That means from now onwards, whenever I am using unsigned char in my program, that is similar to byte. That is similar to byte. Or you can say that byte is the duplicate name of unsigned char. Whenever you are writing byte b1 comma b2, that is nothing but unsigned char b1 comma b2. Byte b1 comma b2 is similar to unsigned char b1 comma b2. Both are similar. Okay, what is the size of b1 and b2? The size of b1 is 1 byte, size of b2 is 1 byte. Why? Now because b1 is nothing but unsigned char and b2 is nothing but unsigned char. Okay, after this type definition, the identifier byte can be used as an abbreviation for the type unsigned char. Instead of using unsigned char, I am now using byte. Byte b1 comma b2 is similar to unsigned char b1 comma b2. Both are similar. Okay, so what is the typedef? Now typedef is nothing but creating duplicates. Here byte is the duplicate of unsigned char. Okay, next. Another example is here. Another example is here, that is known as typedef int ice. See, typedef is a keyword. I can write int ice. That means ice is the duplicate of int. Instead of writing int xy, I can write ice xy. What is the size of x and y? The size of x and y is 2 byte. Because ice is nothing but duplicate of int. Here ice is an alternative name of int. Int x comma y is similar to ice x comma y. Okay. Next, other uses of typedef. You can use typedef to give a name to your user defined data type as well. In the previous examples, like here int ice or unsigned char byte, I am using typedef to give alternative name of the standard data type, char, int, float, like that. But you can use type def for the user defined data type as well. What is user defined data type? The data types that are created by the users. Examples: struct, union, etc. User defined. Built-in data type means the data types that are already present in the C library, like your int, char, float, double. User defined data types means the data types that are created by the users, like your structure and union. So type def can work for both built-in data type and user defined data type. We have already seen that type def can work perfectly in case of built-in data type, like here int, and in this case that is unsigned char. Okay, similarly this type def can be used for user defined data type. Okay, let us take one small example by the help of your structure. Okay, so see what I do here. Now I can define one struct. What is a structure? Structure is generally used for storing group of different data types. Okay, whenever I want to group different data types, I can use structure. Whenever I can group similar data type, I can use arrays. Okay, array is nothing but grouping of similar type of data types. Structure is nothing but grouping of different data types. Okay, that is the difference between array and a structure. Array is a collection of similar type of data type. Array is a collection of similar type of data. Structure is a collection of different types of data. Okay, so here I am using one structure, struct books. Struct is a keyword, and I am defining different members of the structure. These are nothing but my members of the structure: title, author, subject, book ID. I am creating a book structure, and different members of this book structures are title, author, subject, book. Title array, author array, subject array, and book ID. Okay, and I am giving one name to the structure that is known as book. That means what is the meaning of this whole statement? Instead of while creating variable of the structure, how can I create the variable of the structure? Now I can write struct books b or struct books book. Instead of writing struct books, you can write only book, because the alternative name of struct books is book. Again I am telling, whenever I can define the structure, okay, next I can create the variable of the structure, because all of you know that definition of a structure does not reserve any space in memory. Space is created whenever I am creating the variable of the structure. Again I am telling, definition of a structure does not reserve any space in memory. Space is created whenever I am creating the variable of the structure. So how can I create the variable? Now to create a variable, I can write struct structure name, then variable name. So here struct structure name is books. Let us consider variable name is book. So I can write struct books book. Instead of writing this long statement, I can write type def struct books, and here I am writing book. This means that the alternative name of struct books is book. So instead of writing struct books, I can directly write book. Okay, so what is book? This capital B-O-O-K. What is book? Now sir, this B capital O capital B double O-K means that struct books. And what is this small book? This is nothing but my variable of the structure. Okay. Next thing, then how can I assess? Sir, by the help of dot operator. So variable name is book and member name is title. Book dot title comma C programming. That means title of the book is C programming. Then how can I assess author? Book dot author comma Nuha Ali. That means author name is Nuha Ali. Then what is the subject? Book dot subject C programming tutorial. That means this C programming is copied to book title. Nuha Ali is copied to book author. C programming tutorial is copied to book dot subject. How this is copied? Now by the help of one library function that is known as my strcpy, string copy. Strcpy is nothing but string copy. Whenever I am using this library function strcpy, I must include the header file string.h at the top of the program. Okay, we have already know that whenever we are using some library functions in our program, we must include the corresponding header file in my program. So for whenever I am using this printf statement, these are nothing but my library functions. So whenever I am using this printf library function, I must include one header file that is known as my stdio.h, standard input output header file. Okay. Similarly, whenever I want to copy some string into my array, this is nothing but my character arrays, I must use the strcpy library function. So whenever I am using strcpy library function, I must include the corresponding header file string.h. Okay. Then how can I assess this id? By the help of this book variable. Now I can write book dot book id is equal to this much. Okay. Now title value is C programming, author is Nuha Ali, subject is C programming tutorial, and book id is this much, this thing. Okay. Now next task is I can display this value on the screen, on the monitor. So how can I display? Now for display there is one function known as my printf. Printf function takes two arguments. First is known as my format specification and second is the value. So what is format specification? Now for integer %d, per character %c, per float %f. But see here, this is one character array, this is one character array, this is one character array. Character array is nothing but they are the strings. So displaying string, there is a format specification present, that is nothing but my %s. Okay, %s book dot title printf, %s book dot author printf, %s book dot subject printf, %d book dot book id. Why I am writing here %d? Now because book underscore id is an integer number. For integer number, the format specification is %d. Okay. Let's return 0. Why I am using return 0? Now in case of main, the returning type is int. If I am writing void main, then this return 0 is not necessary. Okay. You can run this program in your home, and if any problem, then please ask me. Okay. Next we can discuss the difference between type def and hash define. We have already know that what is the type def. Type def is nothing but the alternative name of the existing type, or you can say that I am creating the duplicate by using the type def. What is hash define? Like hash include. What is hash include? Now sir, hash include is nothing but my preprocessor directive. Okay, hash include is nothing but my preprocessor directive. Whenever I want to include some file in my C programming, then I can use the preprocessor directive as hash include. Similarly, there is another preprocessor directive is present, that is known as my hash define. Always remember, anything starts with hash in C programming is known as your preprocessor directive, and hash is nothing but your preprocessor symbol. Always remember, anything that can start with hash is known as my preprocessor directive. For example, hash include, hash define, hash if, hash and if, hash else. All these things are known as my preprocessor directive. We will discuss in one class what is generally preprocessor directive. Okay. So hash define and hash is known as my preprocessor symbol. And what is hash define? Like your type def, hash define is also used for defining the symbolic constant. Again I am saying hash define is generally used to define the symbolic constant. Let us consider, I can write hash define true then 1. Hash define true 1. That means whenever I am writing true in my programming, that true is replaced by 1. So what is 1? 1 is nothing but the duplicate of true. That means in case of type def and hash define, in both the cases I am creating the duplicate only. This is the similarity. In type def and hash define, both the cases I am creating just the duplicate. But what is the difference? The first and most important difference is type def can be the care of type def. The care of type def can be taken by the compiler, but the care of hash define can be taken by the help by preprocessor. Again I am telling, all the things of type def can be held by compiler, but hash define can deal with preprocessor. Okay, that means the execution of type def is done by the compiler, the execution of hash define is done by the preprocessor. Okay, second difference is hash define is a C directive which is used to define the aliases for various data types similar to type def. This is the similarity. Next difference is type def is limited to giving symbolic names to types only. I can only give the names, but hash define can be used to define alias for values as well. What I have already told you, if I can write hash define true, I can give 1. That means I can give 1 as the duplicate of true, but this is not possible in case of type def statement. Okay, so what are the two differences between type def and hash define? First is type def can be executed by the help of compiler. Hash define can be executed by the help of preprocessor. Okay, in type def we cannot give the values, but in case of hash define we can give the values. Let us take one simple example of your hash define. See, these three are known as by preprocessor directive. Hash define true 1. So whenever I am writing true, that must be replaced by 1. Hash define false 0. So whenever I am writing false in my program, that is replaced by 0. That means 0 is the duplicate of false, 1 is the duplicate of true. Okay, so printf %d true, printf %d false. So what is the output here? Now instead of writing true, I can printf %d true, printf %d false. So what is the output here? True means 1, false means 0. True is replaced by 1, false is replaced by 0. So hash define, what is the purpose of hash define? Now by the help of hash define, I can use the symbolic constant in my program. What is symbolic constant? These are known as my symbolic constant. This true, false, are known as by symbolic constant. Try this program in your home, and if you can give any problem, if you can face any problem, then please ask me. Okay, thank you.